Have you ever heard that venomous snakes are more deadly as babies than they are adults? Or that chameleons only change colors to blend in with their environment? Well, today I'm going to let you know you should not believe everything you see on the internet because we are going over the top 5 reptile myths that are actually false. Reptiles are extremely misunderstood and there are hundreds of rumors and myths about them. But today I'm going to be clearing the air for you and telling you about 5 reptile myths that actually aren't true. Myth number 1 is going to be that venomous snakes are more deadly as babies than adults, which is extremely false. It all started when people were saying that the baby snakes can't control their venom, when it's in reality, whether it's a baby snake or an adult snake, venomous reptiles and venomous snakes in particular can control their venom, and at times they can even give a dry bite, which is used mainly in a defensive measure. Like if you step on them, they'll bite without releasing any venom into the person or animal. Adult venomous snakes are bigger, they're stronger, their fangs are larger, and they also have more venom. So automatically they are going to be more dangerous than a baby would. Now, I don't really understand why people always said that babies can't control the venom, but just shows you that people will see or believe anything they see online. Myth number 2 is going to be that reptiles and also things like fish are going to grow to the size of their enclosure, which again, 100% false. Now, there is a thing of if you do put an animal like a reptile or a snake or something in a very small enclosure, it will stunt its growth, which could technically lead to it being smaller, but that's not the same as growing to the size of its enclosure. If I have my Burmese python, William, and I put him in a 20-gallon enclosure for the rest of his life, he is still going to grow. Now, will his growth be stunted and will he be very unhealthy and probably be obese after me feeding him so much? Yes, but he will grow bigger than his enclosure and it will start to impede with his way of life. A lot of people say this about goldfish, but goldfish also get extremely large in my opinion, for a fish, they get pretty big. But this doesn't necessarily mean that they grow to the size of their enclosure or the size of their tank. No, they are growing, and no matter what, just like a human or a dog, these living organisms are going to grow no matter what size enclosure it is in. Now, yes, it can stunt their growth and they can be, have certain bone densities or, be stuck at a certain size, but it's not the same as it growing to that size of enclosure. It's that its growth is stunted and it's not going to grow to the full expectation of something of a species. Now, this can also lead with them dying a lot sooner because stunted growth usually leads to health problems, which will kill your animal. Myth number 3 is going to be that snakes dislocate their jaws when eating their food. Now, to me, this seems kind of silly, in a weird way, but I understand why people kind of believe it. In reality, snakes don't dislocate their jaws. They have this little slit underneath their jawline and it helps their jaws kind of expand and open a little bit wider. And when they're eating, they will shuffle each side of their mouth in order to pull the prey into their mouth so they can eat it. This process doesn't hurt the snake. It's not a way of dislocating or breaking any bones within their facial structure. It is just them expanding their bodies and opening their mouth a little bit wider in order to pull the prey in. They are built for this, so to kind of say their mouths dislocate is a little weird, but I can kind of understand why people would believe this. Myth number 4 is going to be that all snakes lay eggs, which it's kind of hard and a little confusing to explain this to people because when we learn about reptiles, a characteristic that reptiles have is that they lay eggs. But for snake species such as like boas or anacondas, which anacondas are a type of boa, they actually give live birth. They are what you call ovoviviparous, which means that the eggs incubate inside the mother, and whenever it's time for the babies to hatch, they just are live birth outside the mom. So it's a little hard to explain this to people because other species such as like pythons in particular, or even colubrids, they lay eggs and they're incubated within whether it's a hide or incubator, and the babies hatch kind of like how birds do. But it's not the same for some other species, and particularly the boas. Myth number 5 is going to be that reptiles are aggressive. And while it may seem that way when a snake bites or an iguana tail whips you, these are actually defensive behaviors and not meant to be shown as being aggressive. Unlike humans or dogs or even cats, the reptiles don't have the emotions to show that, you know, what we're doing is hurting them, or they're sad or they're happy. Reptiles are fight or flight animals, so they will do what they have to in order to survive. So if you're getting too close to a python, it will usually warn you by hissing, and if you keep reaching for it, it's gonna bite. And that is not being aggressive, that is displaying that it is scared in some way and is trying to defend itself. So for us to say that this is a aggressive behavior isn't really the best way to put it, as if a human is aggressive and they are going and smashing stuff and hitting people, that is totally different than a ball python trying to defend itself because you're approaching it in a weird manner. But if you did enjoy this video, then definitely like and subscribe. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, leave them down below in the comment section. I hope you did enjoy this video, and I'll catch you next time. Appreciate y'all for watching.